welcome to Auntie's Bloomers Hall of Blame, the programme which honours those who, like the cast of Triangle and Gabby Roslin's chiropodist, has suffered horribly in the name of BBC television. Tonight we turn the pitiless spotlight on the acting profession, love, and the thespians who've been drawn to the stage by their love of drama and drawn to the BBC by a large back tax demand. No other explanation fits the facts, I'm afraid, because on a BBC production, even something as simple as making an entrance can mean opening a whole can of worms.
Yes? Who is that?
Police.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh.
Okay, what was that?
Mr. Griffiths, everything went all right, did it?
Well, he's a bit more yellow than I'd have liked, Laura.
No.
Sorry, he's a bit less. He's not as yellow. What?
Mr. Griffiths, Mr. Griffiths, everything is all right.
The gods are smiling down upon us. They are saying, mind the teapot.
Some of the photos,
Now, when things started to go awry almost before they started, it's no wonder that actors working here at this grand old BBC can look somewhat nervy at the best of times. And, of course, one of the worst things that any performer can do is to damage BBC property, which in the most serious cases can see you hauled up before the controller of programmes himself, the man who combines the dexterity with the chopping knife of Delia Smith with the refined good looks of Jabba the Hutt. I'm not sure that shouldn't be the other way around. In any case, a good idea to stay on his good side and try not to break anything while you're here.
Well, we're not having a go.
How do you know?
We did a special test. If it kicked twice, it was a boy. Guess what? It kicked twice.
He's joking.
You don't believe this? Tuesday.
I am going to give you a nice sponge bath.
No.
Yes, come on, whoopsie-daisy.
Oh, it's going to be a long evening.
Well, I think I'll just go to sleep then.
Yes, I shall too.
Good night.
Good night. What do you want?
We want you, Martin. One last job.
I did my last job 15 years ago.
Ah, yes, the business in Budapest. Lost your table after that, did you, Martin?
I broke the bed.
Mad, you see? The whole day is going to be mad.
Lionel, your vocabulary is becoming very limited. Everyone is either balmy or mad.
Restaurant. Bad enough the last time we went there, when that key broke inside the lock to the gents. Spent the entire night sat in the toilet.
New house, maybe? On those new estates? Yes, excellent, eh?
together.
Absolutely. We'll start looking as soon as I get back. You should take driving lessons too. You know, give you some freedom, eh? Early start tomorrow.
I believe it was the great Noel Coward who boiled the craft of acting down to its essentials. Remember your lines and don't bump into the furniture. As we've seen, the second part of his telling maxim has long been ignored at the BBC. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking that more attention might have been paid to the first part of his pithy observation. But when it comes to dropping actors right in it, we don't do things by halves here.
No, I really don't need you doing this at this point. It's more.
Oh, no, leave them alone. They are all counted.
Last night you were fine. A little lapse of memory.
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
Yeah. Now, oh, there's something wrong with mine, I think.
British. Hello, Gordon. Just ringing to find out how your Euro preparations are going.
Fine, thank you, Jack.
Good. I've got so few lines, I've forgotten the one I've got.
There's a bit of a melt happening out there, already.
Is there? No, that's just the junior piece, darling. That's okay. You didn't see anyone you recognised out there, did you?
No.
I was too goggled up. I couldn't see anybody. No? No? What, no sort of no Ivana?
No.
Names escape me.
Then you must reason with the man and lead him to the path of enlightenment.
But, Master, what if the man cannot hear reason and he strikes me?
Then you must remember your lines.
Be clear about one thing. This has put an end to any understanding that may exist between my son and your daughter. I warn you. What do I warn you of?
So their name was...
Monsieur, who are you?
I am.
I've forgotten.
Well, you already realised undergoing an identity crisis there. It could have been worse. He might have thought he was Sid Little. Or he might have been a member of the cast of that stirring tale of knights of old, Ivanhoe, doing their best to bring an air of conviction to a story set in the 12th century. When this happens... And as you'd have agreed if, like me, you'd seen Gabby Roslin fighting a losing battle to get into a size 16 before Children in Need, wherever there's a BBC costume, there's sure to be a drama.
Right! I'll be this time! Right! I'll be this time!
Right, come on your feet. I'm putting you all in the lock and key. You have no evidence.
I have no need of it, as I think you shall find. Come on, get on your feet!
Leave him! Leave him!
And all this while you sit, making a one of his beautiful watercolours. A present for your own birthday.
Come on, it's the thick one. It's growing dark around us. You must have been absorbed by your book. Is it a love story?
Certainly not. It's more about money than anything.
And does it say that money is better than anything?
I really cannot tell you. I'm really sorry.
I shall never regret. Long time hast thou been tarrying here, my pain thou wouldst me kill.
No, not me.
Where's the ring?
What are you lot trying to kill me? I'm running down here with a geezer who ain't got the ring. You can't be joking. He's cold.
Being one of the more cultured types around the BBC, I'm not saying much, and the controller of programmes thinks a Greek tragedy involves dropping your kebab on the way home from the wrestling. I can translate that piece of theatrical jargon from Bob Hoskins to corpse. As all of us steeped in the lore of the stage know, lovey, means to laugh uncontrollably. Rather like this.
It's very good stuff.
Joan of Arc didn't have a placard, she had a banner. Actually, a placard's better. It doesn't wave about in the wind so much.
It is now 27 summers since Comrade Malensky stood slightly to the left of where you are now and told me that one day a man would come into this shop and give notice of his allegiance with the phrase, "Good morning." And on hearing those words, Mr. Dalliard and I were to detonate our relatives and fly to Dover. Fly to Dover? Where a man called Smith would see us safely delivered onto a goods train taking livestock to... I do beg your pardon. Mr. Dalliard and I were to detonate our relatives and fly to Dover. Fly to Dover? Where a man called Smith would see us... Mr. Dalliard and I were to detonate our relatives and fly to Dover. Fly to Dover? Where a man called Smith would see us safely onto a... Mr. Dalliard and I were to detonate our relatives and fly to Dover. Fly to Dover? Where a man named Smith would see us safely onto... Mr. Dalliard and I were to detonate our relatives and fly to Dover. Fly to...
How is he?
Touch and go.
Where was he shot?
Just near the bollards.
Just at any time, brings tears to the eyes. But perhaps the saddest aspect of that mishap is that it was surely predictable that the unfortunate actors would struggle to maintain their self-control faced with a line like that. And for that matter, the BBC is forever putting thesps into situations where you might have guessed that something might go wrong.
Well, let's hope it's not serious. You're in bondage, I take it? I beg your pardon? Well, let's hope it's not serious. You're in bondage, I take it. I beg your pardon? Let us hope it's not serious. You're in bondage, I take it. I beg your pardon? You're a slave?
Yes. Sheets? A woman like you shouldn't hide herself in her sheets. This is what I think of a sheets. Sheets? A woman like you shouldn't hide herself in a sheets. This is what I think of a sheets.
Well, here has just evolved an environmental protection enterprise. And until further notice, you are seconded to him.
Swig, then smile. Swig, smile.
Speak.
Same again.
But just in case, I've drawn up my usual checklist.
Ready?
Whoa. 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 That's a four.
The late and the much missed Tony Doyle there, coping manfully with the frustrations of a good walk spoiled. And then, it's not easy to keep your eye on the ball when you're acting for the BBC. With more bizarre events going on than you'll find in the omnibus edition of Sunset Beach, you can never be quite sure what to expect, unless, of course, 4 legs and a tail are involved, in which case you know to expect nothing but trouble.
You need his special whistle.
Special whistle?
Yeah, the instructor said he can't concentrate and he gets too easily distracted. He'll come when he hears this.
Broken.
No, it isn't. It's higher than we can hear. He says it's the only thing that gets the attention of dogs that are not very bright.
It didn't move.
Dad took him to obedience classes.
When?
Thursday evenings when you do your baking. You need his special whistle.
Special whistle?
Yeah, the instructor said...
Right, I've done all the housework. Rona's out getting the sandwich things, and your father's finally...
Shoot! Trixie! Shoot! Shoot! Trixie! Shoot! Trixie, when you get after these things, shoot!
You might be pardoned for thinking that the picture I've painted thus far of an actor's life in Auntie's employ is unremittingly bleak. And you're right. There are some compensations, not least the knowledge that at the BBC you'll have the time and the opportunity to get things right, which on this evidence is just as well.
Sorry, I just got a bit carried away.
Right, now sit down.
Yes.
Right. Now this time, I'll be the applicant.
Right, wait, have we done it this way once?
Yeah, what? This time, I'll be the applicant.
Wait, haven't we done it this way? Oh.
I don't understand. Oh, well, first of all, you see, you screw up some paper, then you put the tubing on, and then you put...
What are you talking about? We've been coming here and doing this every year since 1998.
Stop making excuses and face facts. You're making it sound like an accusation. We all care about and you want to help. You simply can't turn a blind ear to your hearing. Blind ear.
And before you go, you know tomorrow I've got the PRPR Persons Awards dinner of the lunch month. Don, before you go, can you help me? You know tomorrow I've got the PRPR Persons Awards dinner of the lunch month. Don, before you go, listen. Can you help me? You know tomorrow I've got the PRPR Persons Awards dinner of the lunch month.
Yes, hurry along, Mr. Skinner. Our special train will be here shortly, and when it arrives, I want you to load those beverages onto the...
Aye, aye. It's Batman.
Lovely weather for ducks. I was slightly not spurious.
Dubious.
Dubious.
Suppose it was a famous film star, like a really glamorous one, like Jane Russell.
Jane Russell?
Yes, and she came up close to you and said, "Oh," and then she
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Oh.
That's wrong, isn't it?
Will we have to do it again, perchance?
£13, 14 shillings and sixpence. I have the vicar sitting next to me. At least I think it's him. There's a man sitting next to me in an iron mask. An iron mask?
Keen viewers that you surely are, and you must be if you're watching this show anyway, you'll know that one of the key weapons in Auntie's armory down the years has been police drama. You know. What perhaps you don't appreciate is that in the process of making these fine programs, the BBC puts the actors through ordeals that are absolutely criminal.
And perhaps you can explain how you and your partner got into this conversation with the deceased. I'm now going to play a tape to Detective Sergeant Slater. Maybe I'll do it in take two.
You're a Casanova, aren't you? Charge him.
Oh, this back. Oh, like agony, only worse. It's your lucky day.
CID should have copped that. Yeah. CID should have copped that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have more than one car. This one was in a garage, locked up. I didn't even know till now it was missing.
Problem is,
There's no sign of a break-in to the car.
So perhaps it was stolen by someone I know.
Oh?
We found the car Shelley Marsh was abducted in.
So perhaps it was stolen by someone I know.
Oh?
Is that what the argument was about 3 weeks ago?
When the police were called round to Jackson's house to deal with a breach of the peace, you were charged with...
Threatening behaviour.
Some people will not let your son rest even when he is buried. They may want to open the grave.
But that is forbidden.
That is why you must be sure his body is taken home. Would you like an ice cream?
Excuse me, sir. They found the Cortina. A local farmer found it parked in his barn.
Whereabouts?
Proof, you see, that even when failure seems impossible, the BBC always manages to pull it off somehow. But for a truly chilling example of how disaster can be snatched from the very jaws of a decent take, look no further than this moment from the eerie murder mystery, The Ice House. Harold Waterman gets everywhere these days. And yet, believe it or not, things aren't much better in the deceptively cheerful world of children's television. Of course, the worldwide praise heaped upon the BBC's output for younger viewers is enough to make Dipsy go la-la. But that doesn't mean that children's programs are some kind of error-free zone. In fact, Making Bloomers is really kid stuff.
It's not me causing the trouble. It is! Look, we're going to sort this out once and for all.
Hello, little Jack-Horner. What have you got there?
He's just gone, little Jack-Horner. I'm the neighbour of Hearts.
Hello,
Ever since I got you, all you did is pick at us, and now this.
Well, I'm used to living by myself.
I'm not surprised, because no one could put up with you, even if they're desperate.
Where are you going?
From now on, I'm relying on no one except myself.
Where are you going?
From now on, I'm relying on no one except myself.
If someone was after you, I'd know.
Excuse me, have you got a light, Gaff? Oh, thanks, mate.
Oh, my finger!
So you didn't get a job? What? Have you looked at my post? Said Miss O'Hagan, it could have been for me. Oh!
Where's Miss Carter?
Sorry, Peter. Homework books. Right.
Actually, Bridget's got a problem of her own.
What?
Should she be a star here on Time Cable or a student? What do you think? Phone us now with your vote. 0891-2256 for student. 0891-22555 for star.
Those who are still conscious will have noticed that many of the incidents which have earned their perpetrators a place in tonight's Hall of Blame have occurred during the making of situation comedies. BBC, of course, always looking for ways to continue its noble tradition in this particular field. But in the digital age, pressure on budgets becomes ever more severe. As a result, when some familiar shows return to your screen, they may do so in a slightly cheaper form. Look out for 1.4 Children, Snack Lady, of course, absolutely almost quite nice. Proud lineup which proves the BBC takes comedy very seriously, even if it's impossible for the actors to do quite the same thing.
I'm gonna miss him, Miss Brett. Me too.
Ask him when he gets back.
Ask him, I'm telling you, when he gets back, I'm going to give him a piece of my... Did I hear the phone? I did hear the phone.
I'll see you next Sunday. Oh, I wonder, would you like to...
I'm calm in a crisis.
Yeah, but why? You don't come up Wednesdays. The factory's closed, that's why. The whole bleeding country's closed. We're on short time. There's no electricity, there's no coal. I've been sleeping with my clothes on. And I can't get my buttons undone.
Trouble, my little English flower.
I've already got some help, thanks.
Just go on and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And don't...
I know. Look at any waitresses. If it doesn't have a... I don't see it. See ya. See ya.
Perhaps they can be persuaded to move out.
I've only just moved in.
Yeah, I know a few, faces, you see.
Oh, forget it. After all, we do live in an approximation of a democracy.
Robbie, have we made the right decision?
Of course. You don't seem so sure.
Robbie, have we made the right decision?
Don't go to the same pub as me tonight, I'm telling you.
John!
It's all right for you.
What do you mean?
I see you've got 2 weeks holiday coming up.
Oh, right. Oh,
Quite intriguing that you don't hit on me, actually.
Right. Yes.
Makes you quite alluring.
Does it really? Rona, I just hate to ask this because it's so embarrassing, but...
Look out! Careful!
I can't be that bad that you're trying to kill yourself.
So, viewers, having started by emphasizing how important it is for any actor to have a big entrance, we conclude this salute to the stalwarts of the stage with the flip side of that particular coin. If, like me, you come over all a-quiver at the memory of Grace Archer's fiery demise, see, you don't. You'll know how vital it is for every character to make a memorable exit.
Officer! Officer, I can explain everything! Bernard! Bernard! Oh,
What's so loud?
Would you prefer to get out and push?
Just drive quietly.
Oh. Thanks, Dor.
No need to thank me, Sharon. I am not doing it.
I hope Paul's rubber bursts.
He got to have the moor all day yesterday, and now he wants to have it today as well. That's not fair.
Get off. Get on.
Mr. Quigley, where you going? Nowhere.
Are you mad?
Oh, I don't think this is going to tally with the bottle check my boys have been doing.
Give that back to me. Now!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll come back. No, it's all right, Laura. I'm going.
Going where?
Brussels. Can't stop. Got to get to the bank before the shop shuts.
There's no escape. Believe me, I've tried. Until the next time, we honor the heroes and heroines in the Hall of Blame. Good night.
Terry finds gold in Auntie's Olympic Bloomers at 6:25 next week here on BBC One. Get ready to indulge in 1977, from Star Wars to Saturday Night Fever. I love the 70s. Begins in 15 minutes over on BBC Two.